From Kern Government Television, welcome to this week's Kern County Board of Supervisors meeting. Originating from the County Administrative Center, located at 1115 Truxton Avenue in Bakersfield, California. Grounded in ideas, energy, and innovation, Kern County's vision is to be a driving force for the world's fifth largest economy. And our mission is to exceed expectations of the communities we serve, changing the way they feel about government, those who manage it, and the services it provides. Today's Kern County Board of Supervisors meeting will convene momentarily.
Okay, board to reconvene. Good morning, Kern County, and our guests here. I see first responders in the house and other experts who will advise us this morning. Welcome. Happy that you're here. Appreciate all that you do. We have one item on this morning, a special meeting that we have called at the request and behest of Supervisor Philip Peters. So at this time, I'm going to ask Supervisor Peters to take the helm, as he is the expert here. He has called this meeting, and he will advise us and bring us up to speed on what is happening in his district. Supervisor Peters, the floor is yours.
Thank you very much, Madam Chair. As we all know, on September 18th, we had a storm that caused a pretty significant and severe flooding and some resulting damages out in East Kern, in particular Randsburg, Johannesburg communities. And I wanted to thank staff for getting together and responding quickly and getting this special meeting put together so we can make sure that we are moving forward as quickly as possible. I wanted to invite Leonard Acosta, if you wanted to come and share any thoughts or details, just give you an opportunity. Don't feel obligated.
Yeah, I can go first,
or either one of you would be okay. Just wanted to give you a chance to share a little bit
I want the board member to
of background.
I'll go second.
Sure.
Sure, I have a prepared statement so I don't forget anything. I am Greg Frazier. I am a board director with the Rand Community Waters District. I'm also the newly appointed emergency coordinator. My home was in the epicenter of the flood, and I saw everything firsthand. So, Chair and members, thank you for your time. On the evening of September 18th, a severe storm struck our service area. A major leak near Randsburg destroyed about 150 feet of our transmission pipeline. We shut the system down to protect storage, and then at 7 a.m. on September 19th, we initiated emergency coordination with Kern County OES. Our crews implemented temporary repairs, and we restored service the evening of September 20th. A boil water notice was posted on September 20th and remains in effect while compliance sampling proceeds. These temporary fixes are not sustainable, and the risk of another failure remains high. Our community relies on a single transmission main that runs roughly 7 miles from the wells to our storage tanks. When it fails, every household is affected, public health is at risk, and fire protection is compromised. Our technical team recommends a permanent replacement of the approximately 7-mile main, primarily within the roadway corridor for protection and access. The preferred material for the pipeline is HDPE butt-fused long segments to minimize joints and leak points, with proper apparatuses at high and low points. The rough order of magnitude cost is about $6 million, which we will refine with detailed estimating. Today, we respectfully ask for county support to fund and fast-track this replacement and to help us coordinate permits and environmental clearances. We have provided an executive summary, maps, and photos. Do you have any questions for me?
No, thank you very much for putting this together and for the information.
Thank you.
Very helpful.
Thank you.
Good morning, board. My name is Leonard Acosta. I'm the office manager for Rand Community's Water District. So our neighbors, they've been living on bottled water, boil notices, and the fear that the next break will leave them without basic services. There is a storm on the horizon for tomorrow. It is a Category 2 off the coast of California, and it's pointed directly at this county. Some lost wages from our residents for those who are caring for children, and when services are uncertain, seniors and fixed-income residents were those who were especially hit hard in our area. We are a small system with very limited reserves. Temporary repairs have restored the flow to our system, but they will not hold through a storm even a third of what we saw last week. The cost to replace, as you were told, is roughly $6 million to replace a 7-mile transmission line, and it has to be pumped uphill 7 miles. Not normal. That number is beyond our ratepayers, and without your help, our community will not endure another failure. We are being held together by a shoestring right now. Our request is straightforward, and we're looking for support and funding, and our community is open to any questions that you have, and just happy to provide that for you. So, been with the district for about 2 weeks, and it's been a fun job here. Thank you, Philip Peters, for coming out to our district last week. It meant a lot to the community members. They were very grateful to see you in our community, and it means a lot to them. So thank you. Thank you to the board.
Thank you for what you do. And you're right, Philip Peters is an excellent advocate, and he has not stopped talking about this since it has occurred. So, you have a lot of care and concern up here, per Supervisor Peters. Who else would you like to hear from this morning?
I obviously would like to open it up if Kern County Fire would like to share anything. I don't feel obligated to, but.
Good to see you, Chief. Good morning.
Good morning, everyone. I wish I was here on better circumstance. Well, good morning, Madam Chair and esteemed members of the board. Thank you for having me. Today I'm here not only as your fire chief, but more specifically as the county's Director of Emergency Services. Days like today are hard days, but they're necessary to get the funding and get the access to resources we need. Beginning on September 13th, the National Weather Service began giving us advisories that a storm was coming towards Kern County. And as we always do, we started meeting, we started preparing, and as the days got closer and as the Thursday, September 18th happened, we convened a meeting to be prepared, and we met with our emergency council members, and we talked as a whole, and we started preparing for this weather event. We moved sand and sandbags to certain areas of the community. We upstaffed resources. We were all talking. We were prepared for this event. And then the night of September 18th happened, and into the morning of September 19th, the evening of September 18th and into the morning of September 19th, significant water flows in eastern Kern County began to infiltrate the areas of Johannesburg, Randsburg, Red Mountain, California City, and Ridgecrest, causing major and multiple local roads, which will require extensive repair. So I've spoken to the city manager in Ridgecrest. He's sustained some damage. I've spoken with Cal City. They've sustained some damage. And the numbers I'm going to give you are just kind of preliminary numbers. They're on the low end of kind of what the damage that we're seeing countywide. So speaking to unincorporated county roads, damage is estimated into the 4 to 5 million range, specifically the Garlock-Randsburg cutoff from Highway 14 to 395. Our Director of Public Works, Josh Champlin, is here if you have any questions regarding the county roads. The City of California City is reporting damages in the range of $700,000 to $900,000, mostly to road damage and storm drain infrastructure. The community of Randsburg sustained significant damage to their road systems. 8 commercial structures and 10 residential structures were damaged, along with 30 lots having severe mud, debris, and erosion taking place. And sadly, the community event of the Old West Days, the 23rd Annual Old West Days, had to be canceled, which is a big tourist event that brings that community together, had to be canceled due to the damage to the roadways. The Rand Water Service District, as you've heard them speak, they've sustained millions of dollars worth of damage. So that is the initial assessments of the damage that Kern County is facing. So the question is, why do we do a local proclamation? Like, what's the purpose? Are we just stamping something and saying, local proclamation? And it's not. What it is it opens us up to requesting funds from the state through the California Disaster Assistance Act. And typically, they have a threshold of $4.5 million before you qualify to reach these funds. So we believe the damages that we have in Kern County will meet that threshold, and that we can apply through the state, through OES, to see if we can get reimbursement through the California Disaster Assistance Act, which could bring up to 70% of the costs of repair back to Kern County, which is a big thing. So to be able to do that, we have to proclaim a local proclamation, and that's why we're here today. So therefore, it is recommended that your board adopt a resolution to proclaim such conditions exist within Kern County, authorize the chair to sign the proclamation of local emergency, and authorize staff to submit a request for assistance under the California Disaster Assistance Act and other assistance as may be appropriate at a later date. This concludes my comments, and I will answer any questions you may have.
Do you have any sense, Chief, thank you for your work and for this presentation. Do you have any sense of what Kern County should expect to pay or be, responsible for as a result of addressing these issues? Do you know that, or perhaps the CAO could give us some input?
Madam Chair, I think he's listed out the initial estimated damages. I know we're hearing a lot from roads that's a $4 to $5 million impact there. So we don't have that totaled yet, but it's going to be significant.
Okay, that will be borne by Kern County, I presume, the roads damages.
A portion of that, if we can get any reimbursement, that's the goal. So what he's indicating is that potentially we can get 70% reimbursement on as much as possible. That's what we
Both
would
on the
achieve.
roads and the transmission line.
Correct.
Got it. Chief, thank you so very much.
You're welcome.
This is a very important moment. Thank you.
Thank you.
Any other members of the public like to weigh in and provide some input or expertise to this body? Okay. Supervisor Peters, how would you like to proceed?
Well, I just want to say thank you both for making the trip down here. Thanks to our Kern County Fire Department for all your guys' hard work. Thanks to Public Works. I know they were out there dealing with a lot of the issues with roads. And I appreciate everybody coming together on these on this disaster, which unfortunately it seems like it's kind of a fairly common occurrence in District 1. But everybody pulls together and does a great job making sure that our communities are taken care of. So I thank you for that, and I'll make a motion to approve.
Excellent.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Supervisor Peters, if there's anything I can do to reach out to my contacts in Sacramento, the governor's office, I promise you I'll do so immediately upon your request.
Thank you very much.
Of course. So we have a motion and a second. Gentlemen, please cast your votes.
The motion is approved. All ayes.
Okay, motion carries. Thank you all for what you're doing, and God bless you and your district, Supervisor Peters, as you work through a harrowing time again. Okay, that brings us to the end of our agenda this morning. Is that correct? We did have time for public input. We then closed that after we received public input. Having no other agenda items, we will move to adjourn per the motion from Supervisor Flores. We are adjourned.